I give you my word. This is a promise that I will definitely keep. You can always count on me. Wow, look at this money! I am rich! I'm gonna spend it all! I know, I'll buy a rocket ship. Wow, this is awesome! I can finally buy that big flat screen TV! Time to go shopping!
Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering something strange. Every dollar in your bank account exists because somewhere, someone else is in debt. The money you earned from your job, the savings sitting in your retirement account, the cash you use to buy groceries. Behind almost every dollar is a promise, a loan, a liability, a debt that someone, somewhere agreed to repay. And that raises a question that sounds almost impossible. If all money is created through debt, then what happens if everyone tries to pay everything back? Where does the money come from? Because here is the uncomfortable truth. The modern financial system does not run on money first. It runs on promises. Promises that banks will create credit. Promises that governments will repay bonds. Promises that consumers will keep borrowing. Promises that the future will be bigger than today. And for decades, this system has worked so well that most people never stop to ask how it actually works. But today, debt levels are higher than ever. Governments owe trillions. Corporations carry mountains of loans. Households depend on mortgages, credit cards, and auto loans. The entire economy is built on one simple idea: tomorrow will be larger than today. But what happens when tomorrow starts running out of room? To understand that, we have to go back to the moment modern money was quietly transformed. For thousands of years, money was something physical: gold, silver, coins, something that had value because it was limited. If a king wanted more money, he needed more gold. But modern economies changed the rules. Today, most money is not created by printing bills. In fact, physical cash is only a tiny fraction of the money people use every day. The majority exists digitally: numbers on screens, entries inside bank computers. And this is where things become interesting, because when a bank creates a loan, it does something most people never imagine. It creates new money. Imagine you walk into a bank and ask for a $400,000 mortgage. Many people think the bank takes $400,000 from another customer's savings account and gives it to you. But that is not how the modern banking system mainly works. The bank approves the loan, a new account appears, and suddenly $400,000 exists, not because someone physically transferred money, but because the bank created a new financial promise. You now owe the bank $400,000 plus interest. The bank has created an asset, your debt, and you have received money. A new dollar has entered the economy. But there's something missing. The original $400,000 exists. The interest does not. And that creates one of the biggest questions about our entire financial system. If money is created through debt, how does everyone repay the interest? The answer is complicated. People repay loans using money created from other parts of the economy. Businesses borrow, consumers spend, governments borrow. New credit keeps flowing into the system. In simple terms, debt creates money, and money helps repay debt. It's a cycle, a machine that keeps moving as long as confidence remains strong. And this is where the system becomes both brilliant and fragile, because debt itself is not automatically bad. Debt can build companies. Debt can finance homes. Debt can create innovation. Almost every major economy in history has used borrowing to grow. The problem is not debt. The problem is when the system becomes dependent on constantly increasing debt. Because eventually the question changes, not how much debt do we have, but can the future income of society support all these promises? And this is where the numbers become uncomfortable. The United States national debt has climbed beyond $30 trillion. Household debt has reached record levels. Corporate borrowing has expanded dramatically. The entire economy has become a giant network of borrowers and lenders. Everyone is connected. A mortgage in California, a government bond held by a pension fund, a corporate loan from a bank. They may seem separate, but they're all pieces of the same machine, a machine powered by trust. And trust is the invisible fuel. Nobody wakes up every morning and checks whether their bank has enough physical dollars stored somewhere. They simply trust that their money will work. They trust their paycheck will clear. They trust their retirement account will still have value. They trust the system. But history shows that trust can disappear faster than people expect. During the 2008 financial crisis, the world discovered something uncomfortable. The financial system was not as solid as it appeared. Banks had created enormous amounts of credit. Housing prices kept rising. Everyone believed the trend would continue, until suddenly, millions of people could not repay their loans. The promises started breaking, and when enough promises broke at the same time, the entire system froze. The strange part, the problem was not that America ran out of money. The problem was that too many people realized money was built on confidence, and confidence is fragile. Now here's where the modern system creates a fascinating contradiction. Governments often encourage borrowing because borrowing creates economic activity. A family buys a house, a company builds a factory, a government funds infrastructure. Spending increases, jobs are created, the economy grows. But there's a hidden cost. Every new loan creates a future obligation. Every borrowed dollar today represents a claim on tomorrow. It is like using a credit card to throw a massive party. At first, everyone is having fun. The music is loud. The food is everywhere. Nobody wants to ask who is paying the bill. But eventually, the statement arrives, and someone has to deal with it. This is the tension at the center of modern finance. Debt creates growth, but too much debt can eventually limit growth, and that creates another strange reality. The economy often celebrates rising debt. When consumers borrow more, spending increases. When companies borrow more, investments rise. When governments borrow more, markets often react positively. But behind the headlines is a quieter question. Are we becoming richer, or are we simply borrowing against tomorrow to make today look better? Because there is a difference. A country can increase its wealth by producing more, by creating better technology, by becoming more efficient. But it can also create temporary growth by borrowing more money. And those two things can look very similar from the outside. That is why debt can be so difficult to understand. It can be a powerful tool, or it can become an illusion. The same machine that builds skyscrapers can also create bubbles. The same credit system that helps entrepreneurs start businesses can also encourage reckless speculation. The same borrowing that creates opportunity can also create vulnerability. And perhaps the strangest part of all is this. The system does not need everyone to believe debt is harmless. It only needs enough people to believe tomorrow will be better, because debt is a bet on the future. Every mortgage is a bet that income will continue. Every government bond is a bet that taxpayers will support it. Every business loan is a bet that profits will arrive. The entire economy is built on millions of predictions about tomorrow. And when those predictions are correct, the system feels unstoppable. But when they are wrong, the consequences can spread everywhere. So when someone asks, why can't we just pay off all the debt? The answer is not as simple as it sounds, because if everyone paid off every debt at the same time, a huge amount of the money supply would disappear. The system was never designed around a world without debt. It was designed around a world where debt constantly moves, borrowing, spending, repaying, borrowing again, a never-ending financial rhythm. And that leaves us with a question most people never think about. If every dollar exists because someone owes something, then is debt a problem, or is debt the foundation holding the entire modern economy together? Maybe the real issue is not that the world has debt. Maybe the real issue is whether we still understand the machine we created. Because when money is no longer backed by gold, when money is created from promises, the most valuable asset in the world is not cash, it is confidence. And the biggest risk to the system may not be running out of money, it may be running out of belief. If you want to understand another hidden force that shaped the modern economy, watch the next video on this channel about the biggest monopoly in history. It reveals how one company gained power over an entire industry and why that story still matters today. Click the video on your screen now.